Gino, you deserve the win. Gino, good shit. You deserve the win.
Thank you, guys. Let's go, baby! Teammates in the win, baby! Yeah! Woo! Yes! Yes, let's go! Yes! Woo! That's what I'm talking about! Yes! Let's go! That's 4 wins, baby! Let's go! Yeah, baby!
Hello everybody, welcome back to Shake and Bake Sim TV for round 14. Here we go. 2 weeks left in the regular season. These next 2 races will determine it all, as we have 2 major fights at the bottom. A fight for the last playoff spot. 7 spots are in, only 1 remains. A fight between Carter Brockmeyer, who will be making his return tonight,
What's up?
with his last return being at Watkins Glen. His last race that he ran.
I ran 1 lap and hit the wall, and then ran another one, and it didn't count.
There is Davin Thornhill off the radio. 2 races remain in the regular season, and we kick off the last 2 weeks here at the Monster Mile for the Monster Mile 200 at Dover Motor Speedway. 200 laps around the mile short track. Laps will be divided in 50, stage 1 inside lap 50, stage 2 at lap 100. We'll have 100 laps all the way to the checkered flag. So let's see how it all goes down tonight. Once again, as stated, a fight for the last playoff spot between Carter Brockmeyer and Gino Zito. And then a fight all the way at the top, a triple threat dogfight. Toyota versus Chevy versus Ford, and it's the team owners, Davin Thornhill, Jaden Newson, and Harold Wilson. A 3-way fight for the regular season championship, as Carter Brockmeyer made his move back to Toyota. Several additions. Carter Brockmeyer made his move back to Toyota, gave ownership of BBA Racing to Davin Thornhill. Hold on, give me a second. Let me check here real quick. Yep, that's right. Tony Brewer making his debut tonight. New Ford edition for Common Motorsports. And we have a new addition for BBA Racing in the form of Michael Egermont, who will not be racing today. But here we go. There is your starting lineup. Jaden Newson looking to make it 3 in a row. He'll start on pole position. There's only been one man that's been able to do a 3-peat, and that was JJ Fieldley. Newson now trying to become the second. Gino Zito alongside him with Carter Brockmeyer in third. And it's Charlie Jones, Harold Wilson, Carter Roy, Tony Brewer, Stefan Wagner, and Davin Thornhill all the way in the back. As we are ready to go on their way here. Last 2 weeks to close off the regular season before we kick off the playoffs. Jaden Newson on pole position, looking to make this 3 in a row to become the second man to be able to accomplish a three-peat. Gino Zito and Carter Brockmeyer starting second and third. As let's actually give them the end of lines here really quickly. Davin will start from pits. So let's see how it goes down here. But here we go. Let's kick this off. It's time to shake it before you bake it, and it's green flag at Dover. Here we go. Time to close out the regular season with these last 2 races. And it's underway at Dover. Gino Zito with a great start already to the lead. He is fighting for his position in the playoffs. Let's see how this turns out. Carter Brockmeyer chasing him down. Brockmeyer to the inside of Gino Zito. The two fighting for the last playoff spot side by side. Brockmeyer, who's been putting into practice here at Dover to have a successful return after being out with a hand injury. Or arm injury, I should say. Gino Zito into the wall hard, and we have our first caution of the race. So as we start to settle in here at Dover, Gino Zito already big wreck, and that's not what he's wanted. Drivers have 3 fast repairs for tonight's race, and it looks like he's gonna have to use one here. As everyone here is stopping for the pace car to start going by. So here we go. As we start to settle in here, the Monster Mile 200 at Dover. A lot is at stake here. And if nothing prevails here, there's gonna be a lot of pressure going into the regular season finale next week at Indianapolis for the Brickyard 200. Everyone coming down pit lane as expected. Three cars remain.
I think it's about to give me a black flag for passing on the caution whenever I was trying to get my wave around.
So here we go as we start to settle in here. The whole chaos of race control. We'll be right back as we'll have a fresh restart here to kick off Dover once again. Alrighty, after a chaotic start here at Dover with a ton of race control action there, ready to kick this off once again. This is going to be a fresh start. Tony Blake Brewer, the rookie and the number 12 for Common Motorsports. He will be at the front of the pack to lead them back to the green flag. He is one of the cars that stayed out. So we will see how this goes as we are about to go green flag here. Alrighty, here we go into the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. It's time to shake it before you bake it, and it's green flag back at Dover. Here we go.
What, sir? Passing on the yellow?
And look at the start that Tony got there. And now everyone will go to the races here. Carter Brockmeyer down low, goes from Jaden Newson past Harold Wilson. Charlie Jones also making some moves there in the back. Gino Zito alongside Carter Roy. It's getting racy now, and now everyone will start going single file. So here we go, racing action now settled here. Underway at Dover. Carter Brockmeyer already looking for second, trying to go past Jaden Newson, and he does. Brockmeyer into second place. Dover, I wouldn't say is one of those tracks where dirty air will heavily affect you, but will Brockmeyer there into the outside wall. But what will heavily affect you here at Dover is the tire wear. That tire wear is going to get drained hell of a lot faster than other tracks. That's going to be a hella reliable thing here at Dover. Tire wear is very important, and it's going to be what I'm guessing is going to come down to strategy, and it's going to be able to win someone this race as Brockmeyer now second time that he knocks the outside wall there coming out of turn 4. That's a pretty decent gap there between the top 4 and the rest of the pack. As it's Tony Brewer leading in his debut, Newston and Brockmeyer, Wilson, Carter Roy, Charlie Jones, Zito, Thornhill, and Wagner. Everyone on the lead lap. Again, drivers will get 3 fast repairs. And there's going to be a lot of strategy involved here, especially with how easy it is to lap cars here. Do the leaders pit to allow them to get their laps back? Or will they risk a pit stop to try and prevent them from getting the lap back? Obviously, also, with the lap cars, there's going to be a hell of a fight for the Lucky Dog free pass. So you can expect that to be a thriller. Also, apologies if I sound a little stuffy. I am still a little bit sick. But I should be good to go. Gino Zito and Davin Thornhill side by side. Wagner in the back. As everyone has gone pretty decently into single file here. And Charlie Jones will move into 6. Oh, Gino Zito, big hit into the outside wall. And that will allow Davin Thornhill to smooth past. And there's a big wreck, Corduroy involved. Caution is out for the second time here at Dover. Corduroy on turn 2 is hard into the outside wall. Carter Roy, one of, if not the most unluckiest driver entire season, still looking for his first win. And he's had the pace, but just luck has not been on his side. He's been involved in numerous wrecks. He's had tons of DNFs due to those wrecks. And this proves to be another one. He will have a fast repair ready for him. Gino Zito also involved in it. That's his second incident. Hopefully he won't have to use a fast repair, but that is going to be a big challenge for the man that's currently trying to fight for his life for a playoff spot. Everyone, 2 cars will only stay outside of pit road. That will be Charlie Jones and Davin Thornhill, the VBA teammates. Everyone else will take a dive in, and this shall be an interesting race off pit road here. Tony Brewer is the first one to his box. Here we go. Who takes 2? Who takes 4? Looks like everyone here will take 4. Brewer will win the race off pit road. Jaden Newson follows behind. And then it will be Harold Wilson. Corduroy beats out Gino Zito out of pit lane. And then it will be Carter Brockmeyer. Actually, no, Stefan Wagner. Then Carter Brockmeyer's Corduroy. What has happened there? Let's take a look here as we review the incident. That was Corduroy into the outside wall. Man, a tough incident. It looked like there was really nothing he could do. Let's review that one more time here. Going on his onboard. My goodness, yeah, I don't know exactly what happened there. He was spinning for a while. Just got loose. Got loose and just goes straight into the outside wall again. Nothing he could really do there. But he will get that fixed. Gino Zito will also get that fixed. The fast repair is going to be a very reliable thing here at Dover. Carly Jones will lead the pack to the green flag. He chose the outside. Let's see if it'll work out for him. His teammate side by side with him coming to the restart zone, and it's green flag. Back out of Dover. Look at Gino Zito on the outside trying to get past them. Carly Jones still in the lead. Jaden Newson trying to get past him for a second, though. And pull-out fight. This is what's special about short track racing. These tight fights, it can literally go any way. There's Jaden Newson, again looking to be the second man to accomplish a three-peat here in the Shake and Bake Racing League, hunting down Charlie Jones. To the inside, again, tire wear is going to play a big factor here. Jaden will win the pit lane. Charlie Jones, who stayed out, and Jaden and both Gino now will go through. Oh, and there's a caution. Carter Brockmeyer, the other contender fighting for the last spot in the playoffs, spun out on the entry of turn 1, and that will be the third caution here tonight at Dover. Let's take a replay of that, see exactly what happened. Oh, and a spin out again. Here's the replay. Brockmeyer just lost it. Oh, and Stefan Wagner tried to avoid it and just could not hang on to it. Oh, man. Here's the onboard of Stefan Wagner. Oh, just not much he could really do there. Carter just trying to get the car to go. Again, having some more issues. at Carter Brockmeyer just... Well, made way for traffic. Obviously nothing he can really do there. That will most likely be a penalty, but we'll see what race control does for that. What an eventful start to this Monster Mile 200, as we are officially halfway through stage 1. Tony Blake Brewer, so far a great debut for him. He's gonna lead the pack back to the green flag. Carter Roy will move up to the front row as Brewer goes to the inside. It's Newson, Jones, Wagner, Zito, Thornhill, and Wilson. Carter Brockmeyer still on pit lane. We'll see how this turns out for him. But that was a horrible one. Couldn't get the car going. And of course, had the traffic there in his way behind the pace car. And here we go as we get ready to kick this off once again. Third restart here at Dover. Here we go, time to get this back underway. Tony Blake Brewer, green flag. Back at Dover with 22 laps to go in stage 1. And a slow start for those in the back. Very slow start for those in the back. Carter Roy in third. Jaden Newson trying to go around the outside, and he does. Past Tony Brewer. And into the race lead goes Jaden Newson.
Dwayne, Stefani's back, please.
As everyone will quickly go single file here. Newson, Brewer, Roy, Jones, Wagner, Wilson, Zito and Thornhill. Brockmeyer had some damage. And he has the fast repairs, but he's still on pit lane. I believe now is that he just exited it. But he's a lap down that may have just cost him his last playoff spot. There goes Harold Wilson on the inside of Stefan Wagner for 5th. Gino Zito there in the back. There's Carter Brockmeyer between them. Just trying to get back in it. Harold is through. Stefan there on the high lane, losing a ton of positions. As Gino Zito is now also almost through. And look at this field. Pretty big spread there between the top 3. Newson, Brewer, Roy. It's a 1-2-3 for the Fords at Common Motorsports. And this is an even fight, ladies and gentlemen. 3 Fords, 3 Chevys, and 3 Toyotas. This will be a great one. The fight for the team championship is also pretty close. So the results here can potentially shake this up quite a lot. Whoa, Corduroy in the back, spinning. Oh, and Gino Zito goes head on. Davin Thornhill also involved. A pretty big car pile up, and that will be the 4th caution of the night. Carter Roy once again involved. Gino Zito nowhere to go. Davin is also involved. Car just too loose. And that will lead to another spin. He has wheel damage. He has to go back to pit road.
Check it out.
You can see the wheel damage there. Can he get back to pit road? No, he's going to have to wait. Another wipeout. Obviously, he has that cut tire. He's going to have to try and make it back to pit road and jump and tow to the pits here. Can potentially end his race, especially on these short tracks.
Can I get my waiver on, please?
So here's the replay off the caution. Carter Roy, big Charlie Jones hit, nowhere to go. Gino, nowhere to go. Looks like Davin got tangled up there a little bit with Stefan Wagner. And it is just not looking good for both Carter Roy and Gino Zito. Just very unfortunate for him. That is going to be a tough one to recover from. So 4 cautions in, we're still here ready to go. Thirteen laps remain in stage 1, as here we go, ready to kick this off once again. It is Jaden Newson leading the pack back to the green flag. Carter Brockmeyer got the Lucky Dog free pass. He will be back on the lead lap. Everyone's still in it, but we can guarantee that not everyone still has their 3 fast repairs. And we are still not even halfway done in this race. Here we go back to the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. And it is green flag back at Dover. And almost everyone immediately goes single file.
Black clear for passing on the yellow.
And that's going to be the trope here for these, before the remaining of this race. Single file action. Look at your tire wear, look at your fuel. Most of the time, you're looking at your mirrors. Contact here is basically inevitable. Maybe not as hectic as Bristol, but still pretty hectic, as you can see. 4 cautions already into this race. As Gino Zito to the inside of Harold Wilson, Brockmeyer to the inside of Carter Roy. Zito is through, Brockmeyer is through, and Wilson and Roy will lose some positions here. Here we go. It's going to be a fight here for 5th. Stefan Wacken to the inside of Charlie Jones. Carter Brockmeyer trying to go to the inside of Gino Zito. The two who are fighting for that last playoff spot going at it. Jones got lost up on the high side and he lost a ton of positions there. And that low lane will prevail for Carter Brockmeyer. The 62 Toyota is back in front of the number 11. And now that Carter Brockmeyer has done the move back to Toyota, the two drivers who are fighting for the last playoff spot are teammates once again. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Oh, contact! And Davin Thornhill is into the wall and caution is out. Big hit for the 32. Engine is blown. There's smoke coming out of that 32 Chevy. And he might have to make it. I think he might have to get a tow here if he can't make it back on time. But that was a big, big hit. Oh, man. He will make it back to pit lane. Wow, that was a big, big hit. Hopefully he is okay. But my goodness. Let's take a look at this replay. That was very, very vicious hit. Here's Davin Thornhill. Oh, and the worst part, that was contact between teammates. A door-to-door slam with his VBA Racing teammate, Charlie Jones. And oh my. Here is the look from the onboard camera. Here's the view from the onboard camera. Contact. Oh, God. Hopefully he is okay. He will most likely be checked in the medical center after that. But a big, big hit for him. And it looks like he has some fast repairs to spare. So here we go. We're going to be restarting stage number 1 with just 3 to go. As we go into the 1 to green here, everyone's starting to pick their lines. Newson on the inside, Brewer on the outside, Wagner, Zito, Wilson, Brockmeyer, Carter Roy, Charlie Jones, and Davin Thornhill will be at the back of the pack after that big, big impact. Here we go. Jaden Newsom just trying to rack up points here and playoff points as well to try and get him the regular season championship and snatch it from Harold Wilson and Davin Thornhill. Will he get the job done here in stage 1? Let's find out. Green flag. Back at Dover. Brewer and Newson side by side. Newson will quickly take advantage of that and go back to the lead. With just 3 to go. Can Tony Blake Brewer get past his new teammate to claim his first stage victory? Here we go. 1 to go on stage 1. Brewer looking to go high. Can he get it done? This is going to come down to the line. Jaden Newson on the inside. Can he get past? I believe he can. I believe he can, and that will be the stage. We're going to review it. That was a photo finish for the stage. Let's see who won it. Nothing official yet. Here is the race for the stage. I believe that was actually Tony Brewer. Let's actually get a better look here. Is that Tony Brewer? It is. Tony Blake Brewer gets his first stage victory in a photo finish. Wow. What a finish that was for the stage. As Tony Brewer will get it done, and we'll be right back to get the results for stage 1 set. Alrighty, as you get ready to go here for stage 2. Results for stage 1 are marked. What a finish for the stage 1 win. Tony Brewer gets his first stage victory, his first playoff point, and he's ready to lead the pack back to the green flag. Let's kick off stage number 2. And already a big shake up there at the back. What happened there? Jaden Newsom to the outside, trying to get past Brewer, and he easily will. Can he clear him though? Yes, he will. That's everyone already to their races we go. Single file action again, what we mentioned earlier. This is going to go very single file now as Brockmeyer. A little Carter on Carter action here. Brockmeyer against Roy for 4th. Roy handling and staying strong there on the high lane. Can he keep it going though here in turn 1? No, Brockmeyer will prevail on the inside to get past Roy and into 4th. Gino Zito, his opponent, all the way last so far. So Brockmeyer has a decent advantage here. Big Mac on the wall. I believe that was Carter Roy and Charlie Jones is going to capitalize here. On the inside, still not quite clear. And now he will get cleared. It looks like Harold Wilson might look for the same move here. But no, he won't have enough. He's going to back out a bit. He's going to try now going into turn 1. He will get through. Harold Wilson through on Carter Roy. Roy losing tons of positions here. Stefan Wagner now going to give it a try. And they are still side by side. And Wagner gets through. Now here comes Gino Zito. The pace from Carter Roy is just not here today. Gino Zito on the inside through. Carter Roy just having a ton of pacing issues. As we drive our attention to these two. 2 of the 3 drivers fighting for that regular season championship here tonight at Dover. And then next week at Indianapolis will be the settler. Of course, the regular season championship comes with big playoff points that can massively boost these drivers and help them out in the playoffs. It's 15 playoff points for the regular season championship. So these two are going to go head to head. Harold Wilson is still the championship leader. Thornhill in 2nd. And Newsom in 3rd in the standings. As Thornhill is just slowly trying to make his way. Let's go here with the Let's go on board here with Damon. Thornhill with the shake and bake, break it up. Presented by Logitech. Take it away. chip away time. Trying to catch up to the defending champion. So far, 3 in a row seems very, very possible for the man in the 78 ASL Ford machine. And here we go. Thornhill on the outside won't get it done, and he's gonna have to try again. And look at the gap these two have filled. It is insane. Stefan Wagner trying to get past Harold Wilson. This is for 7th. It looked like Gino actually might have made it 3 wide for a second. It looked like he was going to make it 3 wide. But Wagner will go through. Brockmeyer being hunted down by Tony Brewer. This is a battle for 3rd. A big net on the wall there. 25 laps to go. Officially halfway through stage 2. As Brewer to the inside waited for Carter Brockmeyer to make a mistake. And it looks like Carter will have to pay the price. Unless he can make it stick on the high lane. No, Tony Brewer gets through into P3. Again, tire wear a big factor here. And you can see just how much time Brockmeyer lost there. Look at the gap between them already. Wow. That was just 3 tenths, and now it's 8 tenths. As Brewer's going to make that a full second. And meanwhile, these two are still chipping away. Brewer there trying to make his mark. You can see him there a little bit in the background. Thornhill just continuing to hunt down Jaden Newson. And what a bounce back Thornhill has made here in stage 2. Was involved in a couple accidents there on stage 1. But now making his way back to the front of the pack. And what a difference in stages he has made. Out of turn 4, 20 laps to go. On stage 2, Thornhill just hoping for a move to stick on Jaden Newson. And here he goes. On the inside, Thornhill will indeed make a move stick on Jaden Newson. On the inside, Thornhill goes into the race lead. The question is, how will Newson respond to this? Let's see if Jaden has anything up his sleeves. Try and take away the lead once again. Jaden Newson, as you saw there, oh! Knack on the outside wall, as you saw there, Newson in the photo finish with Tony Brewer. That was a great finish for the stage. Unfortunately, he will miss on the stage win. And he just lost a ton of time there. That was a big knack to the outside wall. I think he actually might have slight tire damage. There might be slight tire damage on that 78. I think there is. We'll see if he comes into pit lane. But you can see that's not just normal. Damage is heavily... That knack he took is heavily affecting his performance. And here comes Tony Brewer. The gap is now just 2nd and 8/10. Brockmeyer and Jones, their former teammates at BBK. Obviously, Brockmeyer making the move to Toyota with his return. Marking this the 2nd mid-season team switch. First one being Fieldy from BBA to Comet. Now it's Brockmeyer from BBA to the bottom split Bandits. And would you look at this? The gap is no longer existent. Brewer down the inside of Jaden Newson. Into 2nd he goes. But now Tony has a lot of catching up to do to Davin Thornhill. And he will only have 11 miles to do so. Yeah, there's no way there isn't at least some slight damage on that 78. You saw how that knack greatly affected his performance there. Lost a ton of time on Davin. Now lost the 2nd position to Brewer. Newson might be struggling with that car, so he is just hoping that the laps tick down in hopes that he can get his car freely into pit lane on the stage break. With now 10 laps to go on stage 2. Can Brewer catch up to the 32 Chevy, 2nd in the standings? The gap has gone down to just a 2.5 seconds. Thornhill just trying to hold on to the lead. He's going to have some lap traffic in the form of Carter Roy, who might help Brewer out. The new 4 teammates. 8 laps, 8 miles left for Brewer. And if you're Davin Thornhill, you see him greatly approaching on that rear view mirror. The gap is no longer existent. Brewer looking for back-to-back stage wins here. What a performance in his debut. Five tenths. Can Davin hold on to these last 7 laps? Knack on the outside wall by both of them. More lap traffic up ahead. Harold Wilson. Now becoming some lap traffic. Just 5 miles to try and catch up to them. Harold will let them by on the inside. And if it stays like this, Harold Wilson will be the one to get the free pass. Carter Roy will have to stay a lap down unless, of course, he stays off pit road to get the wave around. Completely on his nose now. Oh, and a caution is out. Harold Wilson. What has happened here? Thornhill will stay ahead when the caution is thrown. Caution will come out for Harold Wilson. There was a blown engine. What has happened here? Let's try and go back to see what happened. Here is Harold Wilson. What happened here? Oh, it's a big crash.
Doesn't the stage have to end under green?
Big hit. Harold Wilson. Oh, just missed the brakes. And hits the barrier of the pit lane. And that is just a crucial mistake. And now everyone coming in the pit lane here. Wow. How this has turned the tables. Race off pit road. Who got it? Thornhill got it. Wow. And JD had a great release there. He's just gonna back out of it. It looked like he could take. Looked like he could take the race off pit road there, but.
Devin, I think we got a while to catch it.
But what has happened there? Here we go.
Hey Devin, how bad is my front end damage?
We'll see what the third-party software does now. But here we go. Restart back underway. And we have a 2-lap shootout for the stage here. Yep, it will be a 2-lap shootout. Oh, and a caution comes out. Gino Zito is in it, and that will end the stage under the yellow flag. Tony Brewer will get the stage. Wow! Tony Brewer gets it done on the stages. As he sweeps them. Wow. We'll be right back as I quickly note this down. Hold on.
Have we finished stage 2 yet?
Alrighty, here we go. Stage 2 results are in and ready to go. As we get ready to kick off the final stage. 100 laps all the way to the checkered flag as the sun comes back out. Here we go. This is where things are going to get shaken up. Tony Brewer in his debut swept the stages. Can he make that and turn that into a race win? Green flag back at Dover to kick off the final stage of the Monster Mile 200. Brockmeyer, great start in the second. Newson in third. Fight in the back, Thornhill, Jones, and Wagner. Harold Wilson is 3 laps down. Carter Roy is 6 laps down. Gino Zito might be out of this race. And he is. Wow. Gino Zito out of this race. This is going to give Carter Brockmeyer a great opportunity here to get him in the playoff fight, as both him and Newson will get through Brewer. And Carter Brockmeyer is in the lead of this race for, I believe, the first time. Thornhill on Brewer on the outside, gets it done into third. So this race has already shaken up the playoff picture. Gino Zito with a DNF. And Carter Brockmeyer will have a great chance here at scoring points to try and get his 8th spot in the standings back to get into the playoffs. Wow, how this has shaken up. And we'll see. Will the tire wear go the distance? I don't think they will. If I'm not mistaken, everyone will at least have to make a stop here. And if no cautions occur, it will have to be under the green flag. This final stage is going to be a very crucial and key role for the race winner. Again, tire wear goes down a lot here at Dover. So we'll see how this turns out. Thornhill on the attack once again with Jaden Newson. We saw these two tug one after another on stage 2. And the stage win got snatched away by Tony Brewer in that 2-lap shootout, which ended early under the caution as Gino Zito was involved in it. And of course, with his DNF, I believe he had no more fast repairs, and that will be the day for the number 11 Toyota. Carter Brockmeyer, great performance so far tonight after coming back from the injury. His last race was all the way back in Watkins Glen. That was round 4. That was 10 weeks ago. Brockmeyer was out of action for 2.5 months. But he is back now. And thankfully he racked up a ton of points in those first 4 races. that he is still able to be in the playoff picture here. Brockmeyer with 206 points. Gino Zito got past him last week, or sorry, 2 weeks ago at Michigan. Gino Zito sits at 228. Here comes Thornhill. I think he might have a shot here. He's eyeing out Newson little by little. And once again, Toyota versus Ford versus Chevy. And the Toyota so far is leading. In the team championship side of things, VBA Racing in the lead of the team championship. I believe it's Common Motorsports in second. And it is Bottom Split Bandits in third. It's a very tight race. There's only a 20-point differential or so between them. VBA with 483, Common Motorsports with 462, Bottom Split Bandits with 444. Bandits so far, the Toyotas have seen no race wins this season. Chevy ahead with the most race wins with 7, Ford with 6. Ford just needs one more to be able to catch up to the Chevys in terms of race wins. Thornhill lost a ton of momentum with that knack on the outside wall. Newson, though, eyeing out Carter Brockmeyer. If you haven't already known, these two have some history. A rivalry. The rivalry that these two had last season. It came down to a winner-take-all race at Homestead. Or not Homestead, it was Phoenix. As Jaden Newson goes back to the lead, Thornhill on his old teammate on the attack now. But Carter Brockmeyer and Jaden Newson have some history. The rivalry last season, these two duked it out for the championship at Phoenix, and it came down to the wire. As what a save by Carter Brockmeyer. Holy! Newson ended up taking the championship last season away from Brockmeyer, but what a save by Carter. Contact between old teammates. Thornhill will get past Brockmeyer into second, but what an incredible save by the 62 to keep it going. We stay green and no caution. Brewer and Jones lurk behind. My goodness. We're gonna have a talk with him about that. Holy. And now the gap gets even. Pretty even here. Wilson and Roy have to make up a ton of margin. Wilson 3 laps down, Roy 6. But we pay our attention to these two once again. The ones that were in the fight for the stage win in stage 2. If it wasn't for those cautions and Tony Brewer snatching it last second. These two are fighting it big time. Here we go. Davin looks to be closing the gap here. But you can see, oh, the car got a little loose. You can see, oh, look at all the marble there on the track. Tire wear. How much do those tires on the 32 have? Brockmeyer has to come into pit lane. There's what we talked about earlier, those green flag pit stops. Tire wear might not make it all the way. Brockmeyer will go in the pit lane at lap 133. The question is, when will these two enter pit lane? Brockmeyer will rejoin 2 laps down. But unless a caution comes out, these two are going to have to pit anyway unless they plan their pit stops earlier perfectly and they can actually go the distance. But with how much Dover pulls out of those tires, I about 85% doubt that they can make it all the way, and they'll have to stop eventually. Tony Brewer into third. There's Charlie Jones and Wagner in the back. Or sorry, that's Brockmeyer and Harold Wilson. Stefan Wagner has some ground to cover up to try and catch up to them. But the rookie making his debut, going all in, and you can see the top two there in the background a little bit. Brockmeyer is past Jones, as he will of course try and climb the ranks here with those faster, fresher tires and get past those who have not yet entered pit road to try and get his laps back as fast as possible. And what a gap between Newson and Thornhill here. So far, the question remains the same. How long can these two go at it? There's all the stint lengths. The stint lengths of all of the drivers. But another man to look out for is Tony Brewer. Carter Brockmeyer is going to get past Brewer here. Of course, on the fresher set of tires. Man, he's kind of knacked the outside wall there. just now tuning in into Shake and Mix MTV, we're just about to go 75% of this race here in the Monster Mile 200 at Dover. 2 races remain in the regular season. It's time to close off the regular season to go into Darlington in 2 weeks' time. And what a race this has been. Tons of carnage involved. A ton of racing also involved. Has been a great time as here comes some lap traffic for Newson and Thornhill in the form of Carter Roy. And this can actually very heavily affect Jaden Newson, and Newson can maybe get some help from his teammate, or maybe he's going to slow him down as Roy hits the outside wall. And Carter Roy is going to block the inside there for Davin. There's some teamwork from Common Motorsports to try and keep the Chevy at bay. Oh, he's going to hit the outside wall hard, but that just bought Jaden Newson a ton of time. Great teamwork by the Fords. Wow, and there comes Carter Brockmeyer there in the back to try and get past the other Carter, and he is through. This is the point standings so far in this season here, round 14. What a season this has been. Filled with drama, filled with a ton of racing action, and we are still not even in the playoffs yet. Charlie Jones is the next one to enter pit lane. Everyone's slowly but surely starting to come in, as those tires will not go the distance. "50 laps to go here at Dover." The defending champ trying to make his mark, swept the doubleheader 2 weeks ago with back-to-back wins at Texas and Michigan. The three-peat is very possible for Jaden Newson. As the laps start to tick down, you gotta wonder what is going through these drivers' heads. Carter Roy now in the pit road. What is going through their heads? When do they plan to make their stop? And it will all come down to strategy in these last and final 50 laps. Charlie Jones laps traffic here for Jaden Newson. Maybe Charlie Jones here can make what Carter Roy did to Jaden Newson. Maybe he can make it happen for his VBA teammate, Davin Thornhill, to try and get him back in the lead. And Brockmeyer lost some steam. Here comes Tony Brewer trying to get past him. Brockmeyer, who got past him earlier on, thanks to the fresher tires, now Brewer starting to make a comeback. And he hasn't entered pit road yet. on the inside. Still not quite clear. But he will be now. Yes, he will. Out of turn 4. Big knack on the outside wall goes Brockmeyer. And Brewer is through. He will now hunt down Thornhill as Thornhill is still on the hunt on Newson. Whoa, a little bit of a slide there for Davin. Great way to keep it going, though. Looked like he got very loose there. We can expect him to make a stop soon. This top 3 is looking very, very interesting. If I'm not mistaken, all of these drivers have to come into pit road. It will just be a matter of time of when. Newson looked like he slowed down a lot. Seemed like he actually wanted to go for pit road on that lap, but he just wasn't able to. They all stay out. A knack there from Newson might have slowed him down, though. Davin is now in rage. Tony is now in rage. Here comes Tony on the move. Down the inside of Davin Thornhill. And he gets the move done. Tony Blake Brewer into second. Looking to get his first race win in his debut. Here comes Brewer and Newson now. What a run he just got. Past Thornhill, now past Jaden, who Davin has been working to try and get past him for so long. Brewer still trying to make it work on the low lane, and he will get it done. Brewer back into the race lead. The new kid on the block making his statement on the defending champion. Here comes Thornhill now on the inside. Looks like he won't have enough, or maybe he will. Now out of turn 2. Oh, contact between the two. Can Newson save it? He won't be able to, and caution will come out. That is a blown tire. Caution will come out as he was deemed. Oh boy. Caution will come out as he was deemed a danger on track. And that will bring out the 9th caution of the night. Contact between Davin Thornhill and Jaden Newson. Thornhill, who was trying to get past into second. And Jaden will slingshot into the outside wall, and he will have some obvious tire damage there. And this caution will shake up everything. Now everyone will get a free pit stop here. If you're Davin and Jaden, this is not what you wanted. Now Brewer is going to get on a fresher set. And how he just ran them down there to get the lead. You can just imagine what he'll do on a fresher set. Charlie Jones obviously going to stay out to unlap himself. Brockmeyer will stay out as well. Race off pit road here. Brewer out of his box. Thornhill out of his box. Newsom will rejoin third. How this has turned... Wow, how this race has just got turned upside down with that caution. Carter Brockmeyer will enter pit lane while it's closed. As Charlie Jones here will get the wave around. Here we go. A lot of drivers went down below on the inside. Brewer and Newsom go on the inside. Thornhill will go outside. Stefano Wagner, who is now on the lead lap, will go on the outside as well. Here we go. It is green flag back at Dover. Let's see how this race unfolds as it's caution already at the start. Wagner and Thornhill make contact. And that will bring out the 10th caution of the night. It is trouble immediately on the restart. Here is the replay. Stefan Wagner. Looks like maybe damages did get going. Wagner just went straight into his rear, and the caution will come out. Wow. Well, let's take some time here to try and interview some drivers. Let's try and get Jaden Newsom here on board with us.
Hey, Jaden, you passed that comment box.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
I didn't touch it.
You're inside of it when you went by it. I'm just saying.
Let's see here on the restart.
Yeah. There's a little orange box right there that you can't go past. And Tony did it earlier too, but he's new.
Oh, yeah. He went by.
Yeah. That's all good.
Thornhill will receive.
Shit.
I mean, that's one of the least penalties we need to worry about. I mean, it's just a fake out, you know.
I was actually going to go in until you guys didn't.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I was staying out because I was in second behind Tony last time. I was going to go in, so I went out, and then he dipped back up. So that kind of messed me up, but it ain't no biggie.
There's the radio between
I'm just
them.
mad Charlie was in front of me.
So if Tony did it earlier, why doesn't he get an EOL?
I don't know. I don't know. That was on like the first stage though.
I call.
Can I get a black clear, please? When it did me the wave round last time, it said I passed Cisco.
Wow. So Jaden Newsom will be given an end-of-line penalty for passing the commitment box. Let's try and get him on board now for real this time.
And Harold and Carter. Oh, I guess I got an email.
Jaden, can you hear us?
Yes.
Jaden, you are on your way to try and get your 3rd win in a row and be the 2nd man to complete a 3-peat. What do you think that you have to get done here to get the win achieved here at the Monster Mile?
Well, honestly, I've seen other people cut through that orange box and that commitment line through this race, and I'm the only person who's got a penalty for it. So I guess I got to make up for what I shouldn't have and get by all these guys.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you good luck.
Thank you.
Here we go. Back to the green flag we go. Oh, and this looks like a 3-wide. Oh, it looks like a 3-wide from that angle. Newson, Thornhill, and Jones on the restart. Tony Brewer already in the lead, took off, and the single file action will quickly begin here. What a restart that was. Newson on the attack on Davin Thornhill here. Got a clear view of him going below the commitment box and then coming back up. So he did get the end of line penalty for that, but he will quickly make his way back up to the top. Five laps to go here at Dover. 25 miles. Tony Brewer in his debut looking to already become a race winner here in the Shake and Bake Racing League. Thornhill trying to hunt him down. The gap between them is still very much there. Look at that gap between Brewer and Thornhill. 1 second and 4 tenths between them. Now 1.5. Newson just cut down to 1 second. So Jaden might get the run here on Davin, but they have to make up some ground here on Tony Brewer. 21 laps to go. And make that 20. by here. In the back, Stefan Wagner through Charlie Jones again in P4. Oh, little knack there by Brockmeyer into the outside wall. As the last couple of laps take away, let's go once again. The shake and bake, crank it up, presented by Logitech. On board with the 78 of Jaden Newsom.
Oops. Don't mind that.
Dang, I didn't know the race check was actually pit lane.
Approaching 12 laps to go. Everyone pretty much has stayed still for that restart. And now you can clearly see the gaps there going into effect. 3-second gap between Thornhill and Newson. 2-second gap between Thornhill and Brewer. As he is just trying to make up ground here. Trying to do whatever he can to try and put that 32 Chevy back on victory lane. 10 laps to go here at Dover. Thornhill as he slowly sees those laps tick away. What do you think is currently going through his mind? And what has happened here? Unsure what just happened there. Now 7 laps to go. A 2-second gap that will now slowly increase to 3 seconds. And you can see the light in his eyes slowly fade away from Thornhill. As Brewer is just pushing that 12 Ford to its absolute limits. 6 laps to go. Jaden Newson was just inches away from a potential 3-peat. And now he will have to settle back for 3rd, of course, if this stays green. Carter Brockmeyer, Harold Wilson, Stephon Wagner, who suffered all to be a lap down. The DNFs of both Gino Zito and Carter Roy as well. And the gap will increase to 3 seconds. And at this point, it is just slowly inevitable. But at least here, ahead of Jaden Newson and ahead of Harold Wilson, this will put Davin Thornhill in an incredible spot to try and go for the regular season championship next week at the Brickyard 200. Thornhill, as of right now, also does indeed have the fastest lap with a 22.75. Let's see how that stands. But here we go. On to the backstretch. And now out of turn 4. White flag presented by Celsius. 1 lap to go at Dover. What a debut for this man right here. Without a doubt, the most dominant debut we've ever seen. And what a way to make his stand. Stage is swept. Race 1. Tony Blake Brewer has conquered the Monster Mile and wins it at Dover. Wow. What a performance.
Good job, brother. Good job.
That was probably the best race.
He will deservingly burn it down. Wow. Jaden Newson, the new teammates, gonna burn it down together. What a performance. Have you ever seen a dominant performance like that? I don't think I have ever seen that well of a performance before. Let's try and see here a little bit. give us just a quick second as we try to adjust here everything. We'll be right back with the results and the standings.
What is happening, man? Yes, sir. I got you. I'm gonna take out Davin and Jaden for the first lap of the race. No, I should probably practice this week a little bit if I'm planning on winning this thing. They've been creeping up on me race by race, so I just go there and don't do nothing stupid like crash coming into the pits. Oh yeah, we're gonna work together. I work together with everybody. I ain't here to wreck nobody. I'm here to get us to the top, one way or the other. Just hope to keep it clean and bring home that regular season championships. That way I can at least say I won something this season.
And that will, of course, award you with the max 15 playoff points to help you out in the playoffs. There it is, Harold Wilson, your P6 finisher. Is there any shout-outs that you would like to do?
Oh, shout out to the rest of the guys at BSB, Safe Right, Sea Walker, Will, wife and daughter. Hope I can bring it home for y'all next week.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you the best to try and capture that regular season championship next week at Indianapolis.
Thank you, man.
Alrighty, let's bring up Jaden Newson up here, your P3 finisher, just shy of what would have been the second 3P. Jaden, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yep. Jaden, obviously, a heartbreak. You were this close to being the second man to get a 3P. 3 wins in a row would have boosted you all the way up to the championship lead, but still a very big top 3 finish for you. How do you feel about your performance tonight at Dover?
Oh, man. Well, honestly, I spent a decent amount of practice at a time going into Dover. I'm not a big fan of the track at all. So I feel like I was running better than I expected to. I was struggling on the long run, saving the tires. The track's really rough on them, and Tony and Davin did an amazing job saving. But yeah, I didn't have the speed that they had fully, especially on them long runs, and I don't know, it's just lacking a little bit.
And of course, Carter Roy, unfortunately, with the DNF, but now you have a brand new teammate on your side, and Tony Blake Brewer in his debut. First of all, what a monstrous debut that was. Swept stages and the race win. How do you look forward to working with him? Hopefully he can help you out, since he's not eligible for the playoffs, but hopefully he can help you out to try and get you that second championship.
Well, honestly, he did exactly what I brought him here for. I did an amazing race, just super clean, just honestly amazing drive. I'm super impressed with how he ran in his first race, and I can't congratulate him more.
Alrighty. Well, Jaden Newson, your top 3 finish here at Dover. Is there any shout-outs that you'd like to do?
Obviously, Carter and Tony, my cat Blaney that's sitting on my lap, my sponsors Ken Racing ASL, and everybody who raced today.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you the best going next week into the Brickyard 200.
Thank you.
Alright, let's get up here. Carter Roy, who finished in P8 after the DNF. Carter, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, there you go. Carter, obviously, another heartbreak. In my opinion, you have been the most unluckiest driver this entire season. It looked like you were struggling a little bit with the pace there. Can you just walk us through what went wrong in this race?
I don't know if it's unlucky more than it's just a skill issue, honestly. I put in practice. Practice is like always super good, and then I just have bad outcome when it comes to the race. I think in the races, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm pushing too hard. You know what I mean? It just doesn't end well usually. I got to calm down and just take it slow, really, I guess.
Still, though, after the DNF, you still remain P6 in the championship standings. How do you look forward to try and remain in that P6 and get as much playoff points to hopefully have a brand new, fresher start in the playoffs for a hopeful championship?
Obviously, I mean, I hope, the dream is obviously to win it, but I think I'd have a better shot. I mean, just getting lucky, even getting into the playoffs, and I'd be happy, really. But I'm not really looking for the win. Of course, it'd be nice, but I don't think I have a shot. But I think I have a pretty good chance of being in the playoffs, which to me is good enough.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for your time today. Is there any shout-outs you would like to do?
Just my amazing teammates and my lovely girlfriend. That's all.
Alrighty. Well, Carter, thank you for your time. Wishing you the best going in next week into IMS.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, let's get up here. Your race winner in an absolute performance, Tony Blake Brewer, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear us? Hold on, I think he's muted.
I got you. Can you hear me?
Go. There you go. Now I can hear you.
Sorry about that.
What an absolute performance. You come in your debut, first race, swept stages, got their race win. How do you feel about your absolute performance tonight?
Oh man, it was fun. I'm glad it worked out, and I didn't get into nobody and cause trouble for them because I hate to mess their season and points up. So I had a good race, man. It was fun.
And about the same question that I did Jaden Newsom, obviously new to this team, brand new teammates and all. How do you look forward to try and work with them, see if you can help any of them in the playoffs? How do you plan on working that out?
Yeah, well, I figure next race that's what I'll do. Just see what I can do to help. I hope they ain't too mad at me for coming in here like this and running so good. But it was a fun race.
I'm pretty sure they are very delighted for the absolute performance that you put on. Is there any shout-outs that you like to do?
Yeah, just these guys, man. I appreciate them inviting me, and I look forward to running with them some more.
Alrighty, well, thank you for your time. Tony Blake Brewer, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here at Dover. He has conquered the Monster Mile. Thank you for your time. Wishing you the best of luck going into Indianapolis next week.
Thanks. Y'all have a good one.
Alrighty, and that looks to be it for tonight. What a race this was. Brand new driver, brand new race winner. What a debut for Tony Blake Brewer. He conquers the Monster Mile 200 to win it at Dover. And how the standings have gotten shaken up. Gino Zito remains inside of the playoffs. Gino Zito, let's see here. Gino Zito with 269, Carter Brockmeyer with 249. It's a 20 points differential going into the regular season finale at Indianapolis. And of course, the three-way fight for the regular season championship. That will be a very, very good experience to see. But that will be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you everyone for tuning in into Shake and Bake Sim TV. We will catch you all next week for the regular season finale, the Brickyard 200 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Before we kick off the playoffs, who will take the last spot of the playoffs, and of course, who will take home the regular season championship, which brings a max points of 15 playoff points, which will be very, very crucial. That will be it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Stuart Crespo, also known as Vibes, here on the commentary booth, and we'll see you all next week, Monday night, for the regular season finale. Good night, everyone, and have a great stuff tonight. Peace out.